do this again. Keep asking your questions for the Monday vlog next Monday of just anything you want to know about me. It can be controversial topics. It can be just anything. So just drop some questions in the post section or in the comments and I'll answer it. But let's get to today's topic, which is going to be on benefits of semen retention. And a lot of people go on NoFap for the sole purpose of getting rid of porn addiction, which is a huge thing. But for me, yes, I don't know. I find taking it a step further and getting rid of lust and just the celibacy, semen retention route, I feel like I'm called towards that. And not a lot of people are. A lot of people, they just want to get rid of porn so they can form a healthy relationship, meet a spouse, have a family, the usual route that people go. But for me, I just find called to do I don't know, something more. I'm not saying any path is better than the other, but just looking into the spiritual sides of semen retention, and people even like it makes sense to me because the whole purpose of semen, I know it's weird to talk about, but it's to create like a whole nother life. It's a life form. And for people that are just constantly wasting it, I don't really think live full lives. And I never want to live a full life. I want to live to the best I can live to. And that's going to involve the tool of semen retention, which a lot of Taoists use, a lot of just people on a spiritual path of wanting to connect deeper with the divine, God, whatever you want to call it, higher power. There's just something more to life than the physical plane. Whew. But I want to live a spiritual path and use this body and mind as just a vehicle of exploration. Whew. I gotta get better at this strength training. Anyways, I'm gonna read the benefits right after I get done with these. And I'll catch you all, or I'll edit the video, read the benefits, mental clarity, also eye contact has gotten a lot better. Just the ability to listen with people, be more present with people, have less brain fog, all the ones you've ever heard. Physical, that's getting there. I just have to be more consistent with the strength training. And like I said, I'm not expecting benefits. They will just show up subtly. The benefits are very subtle. And what are the benefits of? Yes, there's this aura or vibe or energy when you're on it that isn't I can't think, that isn't around when you're constantly busting nuts, constantly feeling tired, unmotivated. Whew. But yeah, and also I notice people reach out who I haven't heard from in a long time, just out of the blue. I see people out of the blue just say, "Hey, Fitz," who I haven't seen since high school. I have more opportunities in life, just more luck. I don't know if you've seen the Harry Potter movie where he drinks this potion called liquid luck, and all of a sudden he just has this insane luck. I think it's the same as law of attraction, of when you're vibrating on a high frequency and you're just doing what you're called to do, you tend to attract the right people, circumstances, and events into your life. And I just know this is what I'm called to do. Anyways, I'll read the benefits, clip it together. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode. All right, so here are the ancient practices that practice the art of semen retention. Taoism, an ancient Chinese philosophy that teaches that semen retention increases energy and life force. Taoists practice sexual arousal without orgasm, which is called Huangjing Bunao. Ayurveda, an Indian tradition that views semen as a precious body fluid that should be preserved. Ayurvedic practitioners believe that semen conservation leads to strength and spiritual enlightenment. Tantra, a yogic perspective, claims semen retention prolongs sexual pleasure and allows the reabsorption of divine essence. Kareza, a modern practice that involves enjoying sex without orgasm. It's also known as coitus, reservatus, or sexual continence. Meditation. Some spiritual traditions believe that semen retention helps conserve sexual energy, which can be channeled during meditation. Mind-body connection. Semen retention requires body awareness and control, which can enhance the mind-body connection. And another benefit that no one talks about is controlling your sexual desire, that desire to procreate. It translates to so much else because it's the toughest. It's like, okay, she's still meowing, but there's a quote. Hold up, I can find that quote. Controlling. It's like if you can control that sexual desire, you can kind of control anything in life. It gives you this quote. Controlling sexual desire. Oh, tick, Olive. Anyways, it's like basically if you can, a man who isn't a slave to his sexual urges is a focused man. A focused man is a dangerous man. And now that is powerful because so many people have normalized just it's okay. It's normal to fap, to release always. It's normal to always have that pleasure. And I think pleasure has weakened us in society, in this society. And I know it's weakened me. And it's made me less of who I can be and my potential. And I think it's one of the most powerful tools. Yes, I have so many other tools I need to work on, but this is the jump start to everything. And I need it. I just feel called to it. Like, I'm not going to be the best I can be, and everything else if I don't control that sexual desire. And that's abstinence, that's continence, that's control. Control over that desire each and every day. Because it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But where was I going with it? Just yeah. Those are the benefits. There's many more. I've noticed just my eye contact, all the benefits you've probably heard. Eye contact. I remember I would be talking to a person and like be looking around them, anything but their eyes. And now it's almost like I'm drawn to just stare right into their eyes. And maybe it's a benefit or not, but people open up to me about some deep stuff they're going through. And one person talked to me about having cancer, and she hasn't even told her parents about that. And talking to me about past traumas and what else? People have said, like, someone reached out to me about like a job, and I said, hey, I'd love to, and just they missed me, and like if I should show up at the restaurant, and I telling them, I said, nah, I won't hurt the business, I got you. So I might see them later, and then just more opportunities arise on this journey, and I just know deep down it's what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's tough. And what are the benefits? Are there? There's so many benefits to this journey. Semen retention is the intentional avoidance of ejaculation. The practice has been used for centuries in as many cultures as a means to improve health, attain spiritual enlightenment, and bond with a sexual partner on a more intimate level. A lot of people don't think it's healthy. A lot of people think it's pseudoscience. Hey, people, if they don't believe it, don't do it. No one's forcing someone to do it. But if you want to learn more about yourself, I think every man, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single, whether you're a teenager, 20s, all the way to 50s, should go a year celibate just to find themselves, because it's such a spiritual practice that if you feel lost in life, it's the first step to figuring yourself out, to figuring out what your calling is. And I'm not going to say I have my life figured out, because I'm still learning, but I'm more aware of who I am than before I started this practice many years ago. So I highly recommend people go and say, here's the thing. A lot of people want to write it off as pseudoscience or placebo because they don't have the mental fortitude to go more than a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Here's the thing. If you can't go more than a month, then you don't have control over your life. You're at life's control. And the thing about life is we have to be able to control what we can control. And to subconsciously constantly be in a habitual habit of releasing, that can't be healthy. It just can't. The constant dopamine, the constant pleasure. As men, we need more discipline. I need more discipline in my life. I need more discipline in the strength training. I need more, and this is the habit, the discipline that binds all the other disciplines, which I'm working on. So those are the benefits of semen retention. There's subtle benefits. You might not notice it, but in the long run, you're leveling up. You can look back and you say, wow, I have changed. And there's so much work to be done, and it's a practice that needs many other practices connecting with it. But what are you doing? And I know it's the right thing. So, and it's also not easy, because But with that feeling of horniness, with the feelings of triggers, with the feelings of urges, every time I overcome them, because there's been some pretty close calls on this stream, but every time I overcome them, I feel like I just leveled up spiritually and mentally in some aspect, which translates to so much, which will translate to so much more down the road. And I highly recommend just people try it, even if they don't believe it, and let go of everything. Let go of all the benefits that you've heard. Let go of all the prostate cancer myths you've heard. Just let go of it and just try it. And if you can't go a month, then you have a problem. You have an addiction. And when I started off, I couldn't even go 2 days. But I knew from an early age, from probably 14, 15, that I was addicted to it. And I couldn't stop. And every time I released it, I was lazier. I just had this cloud over my head that I was just sleepwalking through life. I just wasn't fully here. And through this practice, and as well as other practices, I'm becoming more here, present, aware. And it's going to be a long journey. So 365 days is just the first chapter, just the beginning. And I'm going to have many triggers, many tests that life will throw at me, and will I overcome them? We will see. This is the journey. It's not just a NoFap channel. It's a spiritual, self-development, self-introspective growth channel. And I'm not perfect, so I'm gonna say, here is what I did not do. Here's what I'm working on. Here's what I suck at. Here are my weaknesses. Here are my flaws. And I don't think many channels do that. A lot of channels they paint themselves as better than, I don't know. And I'm not better than anybody. On my own path, on my own journey. I'll say what works for me, what doesn't work for me, and take it with a grain of salt, because we all have to find what works for us. So let's go. Let's get it. I'm hyped. Yes, my beard's all over the place, looking like Wolverine. I'm just kind of getting excited for the race. Probably not in the best shape, but hey, we'll see it where this mind goes. Shout out to everyone watching. But shout out to watch people watching me ramble, talk about nothing, and the benefits that I've experienced. A lot of people say hair growth. I've shaved my hair maybe like 4 times, 3 times, bald. It's grown back. Probably taking a while. Do I have a receding hairline? Maybe. I don't care. This isn't about necessarily looks. The physical, yes, I want to get bigger. I want to get these lungs better for cardio, but ultimately it's all the mind. I don't care about the outward. This vehicle right here, I don't care about it. I'm determined to beat it to the ground in submission, just to grow this mind spiritually, just to find myself a little more. So my goal is growth, even if it means pushing the limit in everything, which easier said than done. And I've been talking about it a lot, and to put it into practice, it's rough, because the mind, it doesn't want to suffer. That's why if you're in the ice tub or some ultra, it wants to get out of there as fast as possible. But you have to tell your mind, I gotta tell my mind, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes in the cold, 5 more minutes of suffering, and then just keep pushing that. And same could go with semen retention, like wanting to bust a nut, wanting to hook up, wanting to just get all that pent up energy out, and you just say, nah, one more day, just one more day. Just let's make it to a day. Anybody can make it through a day, right? And before you know it, it's been a week. It's been a month. It's been 3 months. It's been a year. It's been 2 years. That's the thing about stacking these bricks. One day at a time. And that's how I have to look at all these habits I'm trying to develop one day at a time. So, peace. Thanks for watching.